a mysterious force to defend the Great Wall from a relentless horde of monstrous creatures. Start of the story: many years ago, several miles north of the Great Wall of China, we see William and his friend Pero Tovar as they ran from several mounted bandits. The two release some horses and wait as their pursuers pass, unaware that they are concealed at night. In the desert, Pero claims they have a mission to get the gunpowder, while William and Pero discuss. The final two were slaughtered by a monster. When William turns around, he realizes that they both have disappeared without any trace. They then hear and know that it was a beast, not a man. The beast approaches them, and they prepare to fight and kill. When William suggests that they take the beast's hand to find out what they killed in the morning, they are chased. Again, bandits want them dead, but they end up at the Great Wall, where they face a large force and are quickly surrounded by a few options. William and Pero dismounted their horses, opting to surrender to the Chinese rather than the bandits behind them at headquarters. Commanders examine the beast's arm. Commander Lin confronts William and asks where the hand was located. He responds that it was removed. She relays the information to the others, as she speaks both Chinese and English, and they are not startled by the beast but by the timing of the attack sooner than predicted. She asks William how they killed it, and he claims he was the one who killed it, but no one believes him. A guide verifies them when seeing green blood on the blade, but Lin still believes murdering them is justified. Lin wonders why the two are there, and he continues to explain that they are there to negotiate. Lin wants him to die, which several agree with, but one guy objects to the choice before a genuine decision can be made when a soldier appears, and reports that they are being attacked. The general orders are, the invaders will be locked up and prepared to fight. On their route to the dungeon, they discover that the beast, known as Taotei, emerges from a meteor and attacks every 60 years. When a man enters the dungeon and is unable to locate the key, he is directed to carry it up to the wall. Now, when they see the troops and guns on the wall, everyone goes to their positions, prepared for the conflict that awaits them. They wait calmly but anxiously as monsters approach from the distance. They start building fireballs and blasting at the creatures. Archers begin shooting arrows and kill several. But there are thousands of monsters, and they are very terrifying. They eventually reach the wall, and the blue troops pretend as if they are jumping, and hit the beasts before returning, if they are lucky. When the supposed queen of the beasts appears, William and Pero see what is going on, and decide to shoot a lot of fireballs towards her. It doesn't work because they shelter themselves in a dome. The queen issues an order, and they begin scaling their walls. The general says it's time for a hand-to-hand battle. Things are about to get ugly. Purple soldiers ready to attack. William and Pero understand they're in danger if not free. A young soldier called Pang glances at them, and William orders him to fight. He approaches the beast as a stranger frees the two hostages. Pang fights and stabs the beast before being injured but remaining free. William and Pero rush into action to assist him. William takes a spear and stabs Taotei. The beast is unrelenting. Even after Pero has done some damage, the creature rushes for the soldier, but he has been deftly pushed away. It comes back, and William thrusts his spear into its jaws. But the creature does not die, says Pero. It casts another spell that doesn't kill it, and they push it deeper. Pero takes out a red cloth, and William grabs a bow and arrow, and they begin slaying the animals as if it were a bullfight. The strangers who liberated them retreat from the beast, and Pero pushes him out of the way, allowing William to go below. He shoots the beast in the eyes, finally ending it. The queen urges all the animals to retreat. Lin and the generals approach them. They are informed that they have received the general's commendation, and are sent to rest in the barracks, while William and Pero are roused by the stranger. A Guy Ballard sees them and inquires as to what they are doing here. They respond that they are coming seeking gunpowder, after detailing their search. He claims he traveled to China for the same reasons 25 years ago. He continues to note that finding the gunpowder and coming out alive are two different things. Later on, the two are called to dinner and greeted in the name of another general, who asks why William utilizes such a primitive bow. Compared to his level, William claims that his weapon is unrivaled. The general wants him to show the efficiency of such a weapon. William protests the choice but compiles. He then begs Pero to get a cup. They stand back to back, and William ultimately asks him to throw the cup at very particular measures. He fires the first arrow, striking it towards the column, then the second and third, keeping the cup hung on the column. Everyone is amazed and applauds him for his skill. Back to the wall, Lin shows him the bungee gadget they used during the war and asks if he wants to try, but he doesn't appear particularly interested because of the risk, but accepts the offer when she challenges him. She straps him in and adds that in the army, they don't fight for food, they fight for something greater than themselves. She says they work with trust to guide him, and then he stares at her and refuses to leap, stating he's only alive because he didn't trust anyone who shows Ballard the Potter pistol, and adds there are many weapons and stuff they haven't seen before. The Great Wall and many things they should never see. Ultimately, he says the correct thing. The moment to flee is when the war begins. Later at the war meeting, William is questioned about where he obtained the stone in his bag, and he claims he discovered it. The strategist Wang thinks the stone may be beneficial to him. William inquires where the Taote comes from. He is informed of a fable that around 20 centuries before him, there was an emperor whose avarice brought pain to China, and its people fell to earth and constructed the mountain from which the beast came, making it green. Every 60 years, the Taote come to warn them of the consequences of unrestrained greeting. He warns that if they pass through the wall, they will go to the capital, and then there will be no one can stop them, because the queen will have enough food to create thousands and thousands more Taote, and no army will be big enough to face them, and then at night they will find dead soldiers on the wall and wonder why the bodies were left behind. The single beast is on the wall hunting, so they move forward with the aim of killing it. As it gets closer, Lin and the general gear up to fight. Another animal sneaks up behind them while the first one moves closer. They manage to kill the one in front of them. The general pushes Lin aside in order to protect her. She kills another person, but she also gets seriously hurt. Then, the leader is put on a stretcher and gives Lin the authority to lead a group called the Nameless Order. He gives this order right before he dies. They put the leader's body in a coffin and paid their respects. Soldiers stand along the wall and release lanterns. In the war meeting, they discuss a magnet, which is the stone that William and Pero had when they came, and Wang believes that is why William was able to slay the beast so easily. Lin wonders how they can verify this, and William advises capturing one and testing it to see what impact it has. The next morning, with fog over the mountains, they loaded their spears with a sedative chemical and discreetly waited to hear anything that could be approaching the wall. While Ballard and Pero are about to leave, William sneaks away once one of the soldiers is dismissed. Moments later, we observe that the creatures approached undetected and suddenly started attacking. Lin instructs the death squad to launch the counterattack. So they jump and assault the creatures. Blades emerge from the walls and start slashing the beasts. William witnessed in the fight before he hesitates to go. Ballard tells Pero that they need to go, but Pero knows they can't leave without William because of his archery talents. The troops manage to pin several of the monsters with their spears. But another Taote snatched them. There is one opportunity left to catch the beast. William comes and orders him to stop tugging and instead wait for the sedative to work before they throw some fireballs at it, trying to split it from the rest. William grabbed the arrows and walked down to the battlefield. Lin tells him to grab the arrows that create sound in the wind, which helps to hear them approaching a leap, and he goes down the chain as the arrows pass by him and hit the Taote. William ties up the sleeping Taote, and they begin to pull, and he is suddenly assaulted, but he manages to kill the beast. But a second surprises him in that the Pero is there to assist. They manage to kill one of the creatures, but they understand that fire is not stopping them, so William shoots arrows into the air while Lin prepares weapons with black powder. When arrows are flung back and the walls open, soldiers grab them and take them inside. Later, William wakes up while they try to treat him. Lin informs him that Pero is okay. She asked him why he went past the wall, and he said it was because he trusted someone. When he saw the black powder on his fingers, she wished he had never seen it because it's a dangerous weapon they never want to use. She's worried that people will use gunpowder for destruction because of greed. Before leaving, she tells him to forget about it. Soon after, everyone gathered around the beast with spears. Wang placed a stone next to it and observed as the one-swallowed creature became calm. Everyone was surprised by this transformation, but Wang was even more shocked when someone suggested sending the beast to the capital. He believed they should study it further before making any decisions. Informed of an imperial decree to confiscate the captured Taote, the Taote movement stirs the readiness for battle among all. Pero and Ballard, in anticipation of the impending conflict, make their preparations to depart. As they discuss the uncertainties of loyalty, they retreat to Ballard's chamber to gather supplies. William, arriving later, discovers their sudden disappearance. The soldiers notice a hole in the wall, which indicates that the prisoners are planning to escape. As the soldiers go down the wall and enter an underground cave, Lin realizes that the enemy has found a way to reach the capital. Worried about the Taote's imminent arrival, Lin gathers her generals to discuss their plan. They decide to use their newly acquired war balloons in order to quickly reach the capital. Pero, who has not been fully tested by Ballard, goes to the gates and tries to detonate dynamite on them. The dynamite doesn't explode, so Pero goes to check on it. When he approaches, everything suddenly explodes, pushing them back. William hears the explosion and runs towards it. Soldier William follows him. William discovers them in the weapons room, stealing and getting ready to escape. They try to persuade him to escape with them, but he believes it's more important to stay and fight against the Taote. Pero thinks they are doomed and there's no point, but William disagrees and decides to stay and fight. He then knocks Pero unconscious and leaves him in the capital. The captured Taote is taken to the emperor. His advisors informed him that the magnet was a significant discovery. However, they were unaware that William would subsequently be taken before the generals and accused by Lin. Despite his attempts to explain himself, Lin refused to listen and threatened to harm him if she were not a general. Luckily, Pang came to his defense and vouched for his honesty. After ordering his imprisonment, she instructs him to pursue the two who escaped. Ballard betrays Pero and steals the horses on the wall, causing the balloons to take off into the sky. William watches from his cell as some fail in their attempts. Luckily, Lin's work is successful, and William is released after learning that the plan did not succeed. Tao Te is coming towards the capital city. Lin believes he should be set free because she thinks the world is going to end. The Tao Te asks where Lin is and searches the sky for balloons that haven't fallen. He wonders if there's still a possibility for survival, but is told that only by killing the queen will there be any chance. After that, William goes up in a balloon. After she and her friend, Ballard, accompany the group to a certain place, they are discovered and captured by bandits. The bandits find the black powder that Ballard carries, and accidentally cause an explosion when one of them falls into the fire. Meanwhile, the soldiers arrive in the capital city and are met by numerous enemies. Lin fights against the creatures, but eventually falls down and is surrounded. Luckily, William arrives just in time with a balloon and saves her. He picks up his spear and holds it as they drift through the city with beasts chasing them. Wang hands Lin a grenade, which she throws at a beast approaching them, causing it to explode. Lin questions why Wang is there since she didn't set him free, but they don't have time to discuss it as they discover the queen. That's a terrible thing to see. When they arrive and meet the emperor's guards, they go to see the emperor. He says it's too late, but they suggest that killing the queen might solve the problem. The plan is to send the captured beast back to its queen with the hope of destroying it. When they approach and kill the queen, they carry the body through underground tunnels. They are attacked but rescued by their comrades, although some are injured. William checks on his friend, who assures him he will survive. They press on down the corridor, planning to return to their injured friend later. When they are discovered by the enemy, the young man gives his life to save the others. He detonates a bomb on himself to allow his comrades to proceed with their plan. They then prepare the captured creature, open the doors, and retrieve a magnet before slowly backing away. The creature wakes up and tries to attack them, but the magnet repels it, causing it to leave. They observe as the creature is taken to the inner circle, where the queen, William, is waiting. Lin goes up to the top of the tower to get a clear view and prepares to shoot. Meanwhile, Wang stays near the door with the magnet. They take a shot, but it misses the target because the queen's protection causes the defense to rise higher. However, the queen notices the men sends her creatures to attack the tower. Wang throws the magnet, and Lin catches it, but unfortunately, Wang is killed right after. Then, William took another shot. The queen gets even angrier when her shot is deflected, but before they are killed, she manages to fire one last shot of black powder. William and Lin jump from the tower and narrowly escape the creatures. William throws a magnet, and Lin takes the final shot, causing the queen to grab the explosive powder from her mouth, in an attempt to stop the impending destruction. When the plan fails, she becomes extremely upset and dies. They watch as the Tao Te creatures wander aimlessly without a leader. Later, at the Great Wall, William finds Pero in chains. They share a few jokes before William tells Pero that he has to choose between using black powder or saving his friend. William decides to free Pero, who is surprised that he chose to save him. As they head home, bandits are kicked out of the wall. William looks back as Lin watches. Pero asks if William wants to go back, and William agrees but admits he doesn't trust that his friend will make it home safely. What are your thoughts on this film, guys? Tell me in the comments section below. Furthermore, if you enjoy my videos, please subscribe and like them. See you soon in the next video. Take care, and bye now.